But my name is Lars. I'm a corporate account manager for Kaspersky Labs. I'm going to speak a little about how you can secure your mobile devices and around cybersecurity. And if you can see the yellow cube out there with KL20, stands for Kaspersky Lab 20 years anniversary, because it's 20 years since Eugene Kaspersky founded the Kaspersky Lab. He's still the owner. It's a privately owned company. It's the world's largest security privately owned company in the world. We are around 3,700 people, and 2,000 of those people are in research and development. We are growing organic, so that means we do not purchase or acquire other companies. We are going organic the whole way. We are activating around 20 million products per year, and we are one of the four biggest endpoint security vendors in the world. And where you maybe recognize us best, because when I was standing at the booth yesterday, one of the guys was coming up to me, "Hey, you're the guys with the green box." And that's correct. That's the green box you have seen in some of the computer stores. And where we also just won in test is in PC for Alle here in January, where it was best in test, and that was with our consumer products. But if we want to work with the corporates and enterprise market, where we also have a big trunk, and then you need to be in the Magic Garden quadrant. And if you want to play with the big ones, you need to be in the right up corner, and that's where Kaspersky have been the last 6 years. And maybe you can take a look here and then find a normal security vendor you are working together with and see where they are in the Magic Garden quarter. But we are in the right top corner. It's not only garden quarter we are in, but we're working with a lot of different technologies, other technologies vendors, where we are OEMing our products, where they are trusting our products, delivering to other companies. And it could be like Microsoft, but it's also other security companies like Juniper, Checkpoint, or WatchGuard. So if you go a little back and then look at the threat landscape, how it's been evolving the last couple of years. If you go back 23 years, you go back to 94, and then see what happened at that time. There was one single virus every hour. And seeing the whole journey, and seeing how complex and sophisticated all the bad guys has been coming. It's big business now. The bad guys have a very, very big business. And in the old days, it was only people who were sitting, doing a virus to hurt something. But now it's about money. Now it's about business, getting money out of other companies or private persons. What we see now, and in Kaspersky Labs, we are having 323,000 different variation each day. So you can see how it's been growing since 2010. It really started to rockin'. So that's what we need to keep up on and fight against. If we go into the mobility, where we are speaking a lot about today, how mobile devices, how we're using it, and seeing the growth of malicious attacks, it has been 3 times more than last year. So 2016, it's 3 times more than 2015. So you can see it's just growing and growing. Also, what we've been speaking about, everybody has the mobile devices with them. You are sitting with your mobile device, you're playing with it, you're downloading apps, your kids are playing with it, downloading apps, or your laptop going into the company. And then if you have been infected at home, you will be also infected the network when you're coming into the company. Some more facts about where we are, and we did survey with Prince Waterhouse and Coopers in Denmark in 2016, where they did a survey with a lot of companies and found out that 67% of all companies in Denmark has experienced a cyber attack. And I think we can compare that to both Sweden and Norway. We are more or less the same if you look at how we react and what's happening in the Nordics. And what you saw is that ransomware is the number one the whole year in 2016, and we will see that also in 2017, because what's happened just the last 3 months is nearly what happened in 2016. So that's I will come back to ransomware also. What we're also seeing is that on the mobility, how many secure their mobile devices, and it's only 45% in Scandinavian who are securing their mobile devices. And remember this 45 because there are some prices in the end, I think, also here. So those 45 is maybe a question. So, but we're only securing 45% of mobile device forces. And then we had some customers also saying, well, I have a firewall, that's enough for me, but that's not a complete security solution. That's good, it will be blocking, but if you're coming in with an infected device, if you're coming in with a USB stick, because I know this computer, many have been using it, I think it's Ingrid's computer, you never know what's on that computer now, because everybody has just been putting in USB devices, so be aware. And how can we help with just the mobility, with our mobility solutions? And in a way where you look at it, you have all your devices, you want to secure your devices, so that of course you can do with our security solution for mobile, where you need to of course protect you against malware and web protection. Furthermore, it's very important if you're a big corporate or enterprise company, how do you manage your mobile devices? How do you install, control which apps you are allowed to install on your mobile devices? How you can lock them, wipe them if something happens out there. So it's important to have a central console where you can be doing all that kind of stuff with it. And what you're seeing is what we have in our mobile security center is of course how to protect and be proactive and manage and control the mobile devices. And that will be done with the mobile security, mobile device management, and the application management, and it of course runs on the platform that you are using. So what I promised before was that I will go into the ransomware, because that's where we're seeing that's what is really booming, and that's where the bad guys are really earning a lot of money. And what you saw in 2016 is that each business had an attack in Q1 every second minutes. 2 quarters after, they had it each 40 seconds. So when we're speaking right now, it could be that they have it each 10 seconds. And if you look at the consumer, you and me, it's even lower. So that could be down to a few seconds right now as we're speaking. What you also see is a lot of people are really paying to get their data decrypted. And what you also see is that it's only 4 out of 5 who are getting their data back. So 1 is not getting the data back. We had when we had the seminar in Stockholm, there were 3 persons coming up to me and saying, well, they've been attacked. And I asked, well, did you pay? Yes, their customer paid. One of those got the data back. One did half of it back. Something was ruined after it, and the last one didn't get anything back. So that's what also happened. You never know if you will get it back really. And how it could look like when you're getting those SMS or emails or phishing mails. For some years ago, they were looking like rubbish. It was bad, misspelled. Now it's really look professional. It's good logos. Even we had a guy coming up to us yesterday showing an email that he got from PostNord that was looking much better than that one. It was sent to him with opening hours for where he normally pick up his parcels, and he has just ordered something. and it was with the it was a non-reply at telenor.com, not an SE but .com, and then it was sent to his Gmail account that he's not using anymore. So that was what made him suspicious. But it was so professional, and well, it was my wife who received that mail. She would just been pushing on it, and she would go directly into the link. But they are very professional. They're also being sent out emails with attachment, with spreadsheet document saying here's the payment for your invoice, and of course then you click at it, and then you're suddenly being affected. When you then being encrypted, then you can see, then it could be like this: your personal files are encrypted. And if we go a little further, then you can look at this one. Here you have been encrypted. You get a nice email, or not an email. This is what is standing on your monitor. If you have up here, maybe this pointer is, no, there's no pointer on this one. But you can see here up, view encrypted file list. Then you can go into that one. Then you can see which file has been encrypted on your computer. Just to say, yes, this is the one that we have encrypted. And then it says time unless costs raise. You know, they are setting maybe 5 hours or 10 hours, and then suddenly the price goes up if you haven't been paying. And they can do that for maybe 5 days, and then they are just disappearing, and then you will never get anything back. But that's the way they're operating. And you have this one free decrypt. Then you can push that button, and then you can see their software is working. So it's you can trust them in a way, than seeing yes, it's coming up here. So you just to give you an example and saying yes, this is how it works. Also, what you're seeing here say, well, we decrypted, but it's professional organization with HR departments. It is with hotline support. So you have here, because many of us do not know how really to do it. So you can contact their support department, how to pay in bitcoins, because it will be in bitcoins you need to pay in, because you can't track the bitcoins after. So in that way they work very, very smart. We work with the Dutch authorities, the police in Holland, where they track it down, and then they found the server that they've been using. And it was easy to look at the first servers. They were going first to Germany, then they were going to the States, then Bahamas, then I think Afghanistan, and then back to Holland. But it was easy enough to get the police, the Dutch police and the German police to work together, but getting all the other countries, that was very, very difficult. So what you're seeing normally, what you're seeing for the bad guys, they are not attacking their own country that they're working in, because if they're doing something bad, and that's what the purpose is, it's you are forcing the law, and then you have to go to the police, and then of course the police, it's easy for police in the country to go out and find something in the same country instead of going abroad. So that is in the way that they're working. But paying in bitcoins, and it could be around half a bitcoin, that's about 6,000 Swedish kroners, but they are going up and up. It could be 1 to 2 bitcoins, and if they attack the companies, and they can really see this is stuff that we are is more worth, the price will raise. And they're also very, very smart finding out who are the CEOs in the companies. They're going on social networks, seeing, well, he is the CEO of that company. He's just been to a seminar like this, and he's been on the stage. Then they are sending him an email saying, hey, we got your picture from your yesterday's seminar, and it was very good. And of course, you want to see a picture of yourself. He will hit the button, and then he'll be infected. So they are very, very smart. And how can we help you here? To fight against the ransomware. It's really start with educating, because it's you and me who's pushing the buttons. So if people are not aware of what's happening, they will just push the button and then will get affected. So it's educating everybody, and then of course preventing for it to happen, and that's where we are coming in, controlling it and recovering, because we are saying, well, do never pay ransomware or the money, but you need to have a good backup, so you can back up your system afterwards if you're being infected. In another way, how our products are working, how our endpoints products are working, and anti-ransomware is included in our antivirus products, so it's already included if you are selling our endpoint solutions. So it works in this way. If you have ransomware coming in here to endpoint up here, where you have our system watcher, it will look after suspicious how it works in it. It will look after suspicious pattern. They will say, well, this look very suspicious, and then it will do a rollback. It could also be an endpoint down here where you have not been secured, you have nothing installed. It will be infected, that computer, and then we'll go further in the network trying to infect the file server. If you have our software up here, it will be blocked and stopped. But this is just not enough. It's many layers that you need to cover with security, because it's the whole infrastructure. It's not only the endpoints, it's the file server. You need to do patch management, which application you are allowing, anti-crypto. So it's a lot of different things that you need to secure. And that's where we can come in and help you, and where we have all the different kind of solution to. We have been speaking a little about the endpoint security up here and the mobile security. But it could also be fraud protection if you're working with the financial industry. It could be industrial cyber security, manufacturing companies, it could be energy companies where they have a lot of PLL systems that you cannot secure with normal endpoint systems, where we can help also. So we have a lot of different security solution to you. And I think my time is out at the moment. And yesterday we had some good questions. Maybe we could take them right now. Really, I think one of the guys, he asked if we recommend them to pay, or recommend you to pay, really, if you get encrypted. And no, never. Because what you're doing is you're just getting the bad guys saying, yes, this is good what we're doing, we will just earn more money. But in a way, I can also understand. There was a lady out there saying, well, I had 1 year of my financial transaction in my own company that was disappeared. She paid. And I can understand her. But still, if you're paying, the bad guys just get more money. And they were also asking, how much is the business? It's billions of dollars. It's a big industry. And what did we more have of questions yesterday? Also, how many % who were securing the mobile devices? That were 45%.
Yeah.
But do you have any questions? So Malmö was more awake than Göteborg is. Yeah. Is that what we have to conclude?
No, I don't think you should conclude like
no,
that.
Okay.
They're just sitting down thinking what in the hell is happening actually.